The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
Boy, I tell ya. I'll start the podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. It's reviewparty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
This is the podcast. It is the reviewparty.com.
Mm-hmm.
We do the comedy. We look at the internet reviews from around the internet. Is that all the boxes?
That's about it.
No, look at that. See, that's the kind of comedy you can expect on reviewparty.com. It's crazy. Yeah, we get reviews from the internet. We read them. They're funny. Hopefully, we're funny afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wonder if there's people that just skip to the reviews. That would be a lot of effort.
That would be.
We don't. I do annotate them for us, but we don't have them annotated or chapter booked anywhere else, as far as I.
Right, it's not regimented in any way. Right.
It'd be easier if it was a tape recorder. You could decipher them. and that sounds like a review. That's the fourth. How many stars? You gotta listen for that.
Mm-hmm.
Back up about a minute. So yeah, review only listener. Welcome to the first review, Matt. Do you want to, or I can do it too?
I do. I've got one that I just briefly read before we pushed record, and I didn't read the whole thing, but I there was some funny that I forgot was in there, which is good. It helped when they're a little bit funny. This is a Google review.
Party only not funny reviews.
I mean, we've had some of those sometimes. Some that are a bit unsettling. I do have one. I don't know if I'm going to bring it. It's got some interesting aspects to it. But this is a Google review for the Haribo of America corporate office.
Oh my gosh.
That I noticed somewhere in Chicagoland. I was like, well, yep, I'm clicking on that. This is a review from Drew Martin. Drew writes, I'm 62 years old. I experienced gummy bears for the first time when I was 7 years old, when my father was stationed in West Berlin, Germany.
Jesus.
I have loved them ever since. I will tell you, Haribo makes the closest tasting to the original gummy bearings. Today I feel so disheartening, betrayed, almost disgusted. I opened a bag my wife picked up for me on her way home. She knows I sleep better when I've had my sweet, sour treats before bed.
No. Stop.
I dug into the bag eagerly, only to find imposters, counterfeits, wannabes. I promptly spit out what I thought was spoiled old gold bears. I did find the problem. On the back of the bag, the counterfeit, nasty-tasting bears state these gold bears were made in Brazil. There is definitely a big difference in the two bags of bears, both in texture and in taste. The gold bears that taste closest to the originals are the gold bears made in Germany. I remember as a kid those gummies were a lot harder than these made today as well. I usually pick up anywhere from 3 to 6 3-pound bags every 2 weeks, and I sincerely hope this is not a permanent change in recipe. Regards, Drew. 3 stars.
You're eating that many gummy bears, old man. You might want some looser texture, because I imagine your system is screwed.
That's a lot of gelatin to be just ingesting.
Oh, yeah. The multicolored gelatin.
Glob.
Globbin, gloobin, packing itself in God knows what corners of your system.
But you can't go 9-9 without it.
That... I love a ritual, right? I think even if they don't actually mean anything to the energies of the universe, I think as humans, that kind of stuff is comforting, and that, that's worth it in and of itself. But,
Yeah.
But come on, dude.
He's telling us you're 62 years old, and you don't want to go to sleep without having a sweet or sour treat. Come on.
Your night-nights? Your night-night num-nums? You need your little sleeping cap, and you need your teddy bear on the right side of the bed and not the left side of the bed. You need a full glass of water for at 3 a.m. when you wake up and need to glug, 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 glug. Well, that I can understand more, so you will die. If you don't have your 3 a.m. chugging water next to your bed, that is asking for death. Okay.
You might as well invite death right in the room with you.
Right, but I can sort of get any water. You know what I mean? I can put it in any cup.
Any cup from any tap or bottle or Brita filter.
Definitely.
It's not that you need those German bears specifically.
That's... We could get into that. But the thing, okay, that made me think of Jack's Pizza.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that might just be a Wisconsin or Midwest.
I've had, yeah.
I think it might be a Midwest-ish frozen pizza brand, but it's my favorite. Dirt cheap, but the bang for your buck situation on them bad boys.
Brings me right back to my grandma's house.
Oh, yeah.
A couple Jack's pizzas and some gherkin pickles. We're set for dinner.
Absolutely. Plus, it's like... It was the frozen pizza to me. When I crave a frozen pizza pizza, that's what I think of. And if you get one of those bad boys lately, it is shit. I promise you. This is not just like a boomer's taste bud changing and then an overreaction. They skimp on the ingredients. I think the pepperonis are literally like different, cheaper pepperonis.
Oh, no.
The cheese ratio, Matt, it's just... It's horrifying. It used to be, it was like they had on the damn label, like, real Wisconsin cheese, extra cheese. They rep the cheese. Now, you can see the sauce. There's more red than yellow on the pizza.
I tell you what's going wrong. They're spending too much time on social media. You see? But I do think that's kind of a funny tweet.
Yeah, you just look it up.
For listeners at home, I just Googled Jack's Pizza, and they have a lovely tweet featuring an image of maybe 20 pizzas stacked.
Yeah.
And it says, if you're not meal prepping like this, what are you doing? Sunglasses emoji.
10 years ago, I would have agreed. That it looks like a great Walmart trip 10 years ago. Those like 12 base priced cheapo pizzas and the 2 like premium pizzas for when you're feeling special.
Yeah.
That's great.
When the boys come over.
You know that cheese pizza that looks so decadently decked in the cheese? It don't look like that under the label. They've got something to hide now. They got a couple little strips. When you got a strip of cheese per square inch, that's not right. I want it caked. So anyway, that's to say, I can understand a precious product being taken away from you.
Yeah.
But like, there's so much better pizza that I can go to. Even there's like more premium frozen pizza that can scratch that itch, bro.
There absolutely is.
If you really are such a gummy bear aficionado, don't you think that their town has a candy shop that makes actual, like, not only way better tasting, but probably way better for you gummy bears than this?
Confectioner's gummy bears, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or just get some Albany's. Those things are pretty darn good. Not the sugar-free, but the regulars.
No, I like Albany's too. I do like I don't know what's different, but the sort of darker, thicker, got more of a bite to them than the sort of bouncy Albany's. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Albany's are bouncy.
Yeah, but there's something nice about a big fat handful of Albany's.
They got some sick flavors is what it is.
Yeah, they do have
Pink
nice flavors.
grapefruit, yeah.
Even if the texture isn't there for me, I think the flavors are probably better than your average Haribo. And I expect a Haribo bag to be stale more than I expect an Albany's bag to be. So I don't know. I just think, if Jack's Pizza has been taken away from me, maybe I'd be very sad if like Kraft mac and cheese started to go downhill. That's a very nostalgic flavor. But if I really want some mac and cheese so bad, I will make some homemade mac and cheese that when I'm eating, I'll be like, this is way more banging than that blue box stuff. It's just, you can do it, bro.
Yeah. So no sympathy from us, Drew.
No, that's pathetic, bro. You're pathetic.
Seriously, oh my! I'm just rereading that and trying to conceptualize. Picks up 3 to 6 3-pound bags every 2 weeks.
That's a pound a week at least. Over
that
a
is
pound
insane.
a week.
God. What a weirdo.
It's just. I have a lot of food I probably eat on the reg. That's too much. Me and Matt were just talking about Jimmy Dean's breakfast sandwiches and getting a sodium high off of those. I go through a box of those a week and a half every 2 weeks, but that's not, pure gel. It's solid. I drink a big glass of water. I think he's taking these straight.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of even get so scared because I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I gotta put a bed of H2O in my belly before this sausage. Yeah. This sausage and egg slams into the system. It'll just land on a poor little family living on my stomach if we don't pat it. They can breathe underwater. Anyway, I got a review. We're talking about some weird food and stuff. Some candy, where they make those in a factory. I know a guy, Willie. He owns one of those. I've got a review from IMDb for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the Gene Wilder. By Gene Wilder, as Amazon would say.
Could this be because the trailer for the Timothée Chalamet one just dropped?
Yes. When I opened IMDb and that trailer was there, I had watched it. I'm kind of pleasantly surprised. It was kind of kind of nice.
Same. He seems really charming. The movie seems fairly charming.
Yeah, it might be good. When I heard about it, I thought, oh, great. But
yeah. Mostly because that picture that was floating around just looked like smoldering Willy Wonka. And you're like, what is this garbage? These kids these days. But no, it seems sweet and delightful. I'm not going to be predisposed to be a hater. There's no fun. Well, there's some fun in that.
How could you hate something that seems so playful?
Yeah.
I thought, well, I bet there's some. I was looking, and there's nothing but love for this movie on IMDb, with good reason.
Yes.
And I really thought an unhinged, hateful review of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory would be good. So I sorted by stars, and here we are. The lowest rating for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Review by Math Shop 2.
Okay. A criminal.
Written July 31st, 2005. Coming up on the anniversary here. And they title it, and they say the new movie is dark. Talking about the Johnny Depp.
Right.
Tim Burton one. This is undoubtedly the worst movie ever made. Every second I was watching it, my eyes were being burned out. First of all, I thought that the book was okay. It had its charm, but it wasn't a great American classic. This movie is not the book. They took the same general concept and then put their own bad spin on everything. I don't mind if they change some things, like the squirrels to geese, because they did not have the technology to do squirrels. But changing the song lyrics and adding their own songs, that was bad. The Oompa Loompas. Why are they spelling Oompa Loompa like that? We're all wrong. How could anyone even come up with an idea of making their skin orange and their hair green? It's anyone's guess. I could have done without the demonic chanting when they're on the boat. Have you ever read the lyrics? So they
There's no earthly way of knowing.
Yeah, I'll humor them and read the lyrics they listed here. This is straight from the script. They even have the Wonka and cast. Round the world and home again. That's the sailor's way. Faster, 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 faster. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going. There's no knowing where we're rowing or which way the river's flowing. It is raining. It is snowing. It's a hurricane a-blowing. Not a speck of light is showing. So the danger must be growing. Are the fires a hella glowing? It is grizzly reaping mowing. Yes, the danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing. This is scary. Is Wonka trying to kill these kids? And they say the new movie is dark. At least Wonka warns them. And not in the weird way Wilder did. Sure, he has not been around in a while, and he obviously cares more about his candy than the kids. But he should still care a little. Do yourself a favor and never see this horrid movie. 1 star.
Oh my goodness. I did just see a TikTok or a reel where Gene Wilder is clearly like, when Augustus falls in, and when Violet's turned into a violet berry, and he's help, police. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Where he's letting the children make their own mistakes is what he's doing. It does look like he doesn't care if you put it in that context.
There's so much depth in his aloofness.
Yes.
To take that away from the character is sort of disgusting. if I'm to put it plainly, it's just it's so obvious what Gene was going for. It's so interesting. What if he acted like Mickey Mouse or some shit the whole movie? Like, God, would that be a boring movie that did not stand the test of time like this one does?
That's why, man, that when the end and he's just sitting there in the office where everything's cut in half, and you're like, holy cow, not that he was loud or boisterous throughout the movie. He had his moments, but he's just like, he's sitting at a desk.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm riveted right now because there's more to this guy than we have seen.
Right. There's so much going on. It's the world of these humans, these dumb children. It just means nothing. Right. And I think the allegory there is not clear, but that's why it's good. It's like, why is this person like this? Why are these kids trying to please him? What does it mean when they don't? You know, that's how you watch movies, man. Come on. That's how art be art. Not to get on my high horse about enjoying art, but I guess that's sort of a common theme in review party. But man, Gene Wilder was cooking, bro. Just sit back and enjoy it. If it makes you feel weird and uncomfortable and think, damn, what's he doing to those kids? It's exactly.
Yeah. You're the audience, and you're sitting in the exact same seat as the children when you're on that boat ride. They're uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable. That's the point.
Right. How many horrors does not to pluck and present an allegory? I think this is just one possible outcome you could come. But look at these horrors that these people are enduring. For financial gain. Their peers are being killed and ceremoniously removed from their journey, and no one seems to really care. Least of all, even though their families are terrified, least of all the guy running this corporation. He's more concerned with with what's going on with his competition stuff. What could that mean? Man, I don't know. He's just weird. That poem was weird.
So dark.
Is Wonka trying to kill these kids?
Dark.
It's the geese. I liked it when it was dark, but not when there's the geese.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, we covered it. Do you have a review?
I got one that's kind of like a good segue from where we just were. Unfortunately, the review that I'd pulled up on Walmart.com is gone. No. Walmart says, "Uh-oh, the page could not be found." I do have another review for the same product on Amazon. What product is that, you're asking? Well, it's none other than the Nature's Plus Power Teen for Her chewable 60 vegetarian tablets, wild berry high, multivitamin potency, young women, hormone balancing vitamins.
Some natural young women's vitamins, if I gather correctly, right?
I don't know how you need to understand that it is for her. So I'm sending you a picture.
Okay. Oh, don't tell me it's pink. Is it? It is
So-
beyond my most horrible
so
imagination.
much worse, right?
Yes, listeners, gather around the fire. Let Papa Brent paint you a picture here. So picture the most horrible, like, product is for girls shit you've ever seen, and then sprinkle some scene girl raccoon pink and black stripe bangs all over it. We got, okay, to put it in plain terms, we got Power Teen in big Ed Hardy letters, got pink angel feathers, sort of a tribal tattoo design going on. It says Source of Life in script above that.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, it got a cool young lady. She has some cool shorts, some tight jeans, a very pink cami, some curly bob, and she's riding a pink longboard, sort of angled. It looks as though she is going down the pipe of Power Teen life around the bottle. This is high potency teenage multivitamin food supplement for her, sugar free. It's all pink, all black, and 60 chewable tablets. The tablets I see inside do look like the type of pink that all the best candy is.
It does look pretty tasty.
Okay, let's hear this review.
The one that I vaguely remember from Walmart.com, it was like a dad saying, I got these for my 2 daughters. They don't like the flavor, but it does seem to make them less moody.
Okay.
Like, no.
I doubt it,
No.
bro. That's weird.
It's a classic page from reviewparty.com of parents just being awful people.
Yeah.
So maybe kind of following on that, here's an Amazon review from Amber, who titles her review Great in Concept. She writes, so I got these for my 11-year-old because she feels the cartoon character and other chewables are too childish. She keeps taking them, but she says they taste horrible. But for the sake of being, quote, grown up, she suffers. 3 stars. It's a short review, but there's so much wrong with it. Would you not agree?
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't like... You're 11 years old and you don't like cartoon gum vitamins?
I was noshing on Flintstone and Pokemon vitamins for a long time without batting an eyelash. And, maybe some people would point fingers and say, hey, man, you're still watching cartoons and drinking Capri Suns and Sunny D's.
If it's still good, why change it?
But yeah, if you
can't. It's still pretty good.
I feel bad because there was a point in my life where I was like, I'm not going to watch anime. I'm not going to like Pokemon and PlayStation. I'm going to play football. And I was just lying to myself, man. It's better just to like stuff. When I grew up a little and got out of high school, I was like, no, it's cool. I should just like the things I like. Because I was still watching Gundam every Saturday night. I was just hiding it from my friends, which is much worse. Just eat the vitamin. If you think it's a little girly, it's just a vitamin.
No kidding.
Just eat it.
The way that ended is so just disheartening.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes horrible, but for the sake of being grown up, she suffers. No.
Isn't it such an opportunity for a teaching moment too? Like,
good call.
This label doesn't matter. Just eat the vitamin. We don't eat the vitamin because it says anything about your personality. We eat the vitamin because it makes you healthy.
Does this label matter?
Oh, that I would eat the shit out of those. That's the problem. I would choke those down if they tasted bad, dude. Matt sent me the boy or the Power Teen for him.
Dude's pulling a sick trick on his skateboard.
So let's compare the main 3 bullets of good for you-ness of these two quickly before break. I think that will be good. I'll describe it. The boy one is blue and black. It's got a guy doing a sweet kickflip. He's got a helmet on for safety. But the girl bullet points are high potency teenage multivitamin food supplement. I'm about to unsettle myself, actually. The boy one, oh no, all it says natural berry flavor at all. It says, but the boys get with blemish shield complex and muscle support.
Interesting, yeah. Keeps our skin clear and gives us those big yoked
boy
muscles.
Why don't the girls get any comparison? Because they both say high potency multivitamin. But underneath the For Him, the boys get the little special sauce. The girls aren't allowed to not have acne?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't want to unbox that, maybe.
No.
Let's go to break.
Keep the baby in the box. Bye, everybody. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Great Reviews in History.
Let's go. What I envision as the flagship segment of Review Party that I never put the effort. When I originally envisioned, I didn't know how difficult it would be to find subjects. So all that is to say, I'm so glad you brought it here today. What do we got?
This one was a bit of a lighter lift for me. It'll be a bit condensed, but I think the impact of it should still reverberate pretty strongly.
That's me being impacted, by the way.
Indiana Jones releases a new movie roughly now-ish at time of recording. Mm-hmm. I think it's already out. Whatever. That's not the point, because I'm talking about The Empire Strikes Back. The Empire Strikes Back was the second Star Wars movie, for those of us who aren't, like, cool and know that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I have a review.
Act 2 of the original trilogy.
Or however many George was planning on making. I think I'll make about a dozen of these movies.
Yeah, I got them all written already.
You're going to love this guy, Jar Jar. I have a review here. Published June 16th, 1980, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, according to the... Well, EDT. Is that Eastern Time? What the heck is EDT? I'm assuming that's Eastern Time. Shows how much I care. By...
If you're in Eastern Time and you're listening right now, get bent.
Sorry. This is a review from People. People magazine, People. It just says by People staff, so they're not owning up to who wrote it.
Yeah,
apparently.
Sure. This one was management ordered.
Picks and Pans review. The Empire Strikes Back. Remember Casablanca 2?
Remember the 90s. Sorry.
Remember Nickelodeon.
Remember Jar Jar Binks.
Anyway. Remember Casablanca 2? Son of the Wizard of Oz? Gone with the Wind and Back Again? Of course not. Because long, long ago, in a movie capital far, far away, people dared not tarnish the memory of classics by exhuming them for sequels. This movie, of course, is Star Wars 2. And while it's hardly the worst sequel ever made, Exorcist 2 retired that trophy. It's not up to the original either. The spacecraft laser battle gimmicks are familiar now, so even though these are the most special of the special effects, they are no longer so satisfying. Worse, the more one sees the main characters, the less appealing they become. Luke Skywalker is a whiner, Han Solo is a sarcastic clod, Princess Leia is a nag, and C-3PO is just a drone. nor will the acting of the performers who play them, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher, stand much scrutiny, especially in comparison with Alec Guinness in a cameo as Ben Kenobi, and James Earl Jones, again masterful as the evil voice of Darth Vader. There is a delightfully conceived and executed elfin guru named Yoda. Also charming is George Lucas's continuing homage to his favorite things. Hamlet, Tarzan, The War of the Worlds, Jack London's story To Build a Fire, and even Star Trek seem to be saluted. Lucas gets executive producer credit this time, while Irvin Kershner, who had sequel experience on The Return of a Man Called Horse, directed, and sci-fi veteran Lee Brackett and Lawrence Kasdan wrote the sometimes sluggish screenplay. There are a couple of surprising plot twists as Luke confronts the darker side of his nature. The ending is emotionally unsatisfying, though, and that's no accident. Lucas says that this is only the first of 8 sequels, which ought to be enough to wear out the batteries in Luke's light sword. End of review.
Let's just get this out of the way. Empire Strikes Back, one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah. It's not even counting it as a sequel.
Right.
As a standalone film.
Absolutely. Amazing. And I thought it was so interesting. They reference how good it was that George Lucas homaged his favorite things, including Hamlet.
Mm-hmm.
Written by Shakespeare, who, was writing stories a long time ago, making these, what was the prototypes for what would become movies someday, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure homie wrote some sequels. I'm pretty sure this Shakespeare fellow wrote a lot of sequels.
Henry IV, Henry V. Oh my goodness. Hang on now.
Not just a sequel, that is a saga.
That is an epic.
That is not a trilogy, a saga, my friends. So, sequels are hokey. But Hamlet, that Shakespeare guy was cooking. He wouldn't do one of those sequels, huh?
Yeah.
So that's my main scrutinizable part, other than wow.
Yeah, it's just a wow. There's a lot of wow there. Like, the line, spacecraft laser battle gimmicks are familiar now. So, we've seen it in a couple movies. We don't need... It's not special anymore. What? The effects in the Star Wars movies were revolutionary.
They still look so good. So good.
You wouldn't even know that's a potato spinning past the ship. That's how good it is.
Never have I seen the asteroids in the Star Wars movie and thought, wow, look, I want some French fries.
It's also interesting that they're saying, ooh, the people in Hollywood don't want to exhume movies for sequels. Boy, people, how things have changed.
Oh, I know. I think oftenly about how much I hate the remake and sequel only atmosphere that Hollywood is operating in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when stuff like A24 is doing that, so many fresh and new and exciting ideas, showing that there's no shortage of them. It's just Hollywood's inability to pick the correct stuff.
Or take a risk. Be willing to take a risk.
Or pay their writers fairly.
That too, yeah. I did scour newspapers.com to try and find something else to at least, I don't know, scratch our itch. So I've got something, I think it's just like this guy's maybe weekly column from the Cameron Herald, June 22nd, 1980. It's a newspaper from Milam County, Texas. And this is Now with Martin Luke. True fiction. ... I saw the new Star Wars movie, The Empire Strikes Back, the other day. It follows in the footsteps of the original movie. Oh, I just realized how he spelled original. Original. It's like diagonal. I don't even know. I can't stop looking at it. Original. That's the most bizarre thing I've seen in my life. Follows on the footsteps of the original movie. Darth Vader is just as mean and just as relentless, if not more. But as I think about him, he seems treacherously familiar. Look at Darth Vader and you see a man dressed in black. It doesn't seem just black, but darkness. He is surrounded by darkness and evil, his mind filled with hatred. Darth Vader appears to be death himself, immortal. He has no remorse, no sorrow. His conscience must have been swept away in the deep, dark depressions of space, swallowed in a black hole. He is a grim reminder that evil lurks around the corner, along the highway. Eternity knows him and knows what he has done. He is still human. Human in that he is kept alive by a machine. The helmet and mask may scare people, but are a breathing device and protection against injury to old battle scars. Though he is fiction, Darth Vader is very realistic. He is not a common sight in the real world, but his way of thinking is too common. Isn't that interesting?
I would love to grab this guy, show him a picture of Darth Vader's helmet. He'll be like, yep, evil. Then show him a picture of a Nazi helmet. He'd be, his head would fucking explode right there.
You're saying there's some sort of like symbolic relation between the two. So
I think when designing the villain's outfit, they tapped into
some iconography,
right?
Interesting. Oh.
Now, isn't that something?
That makes you think.
No, it's something crazy I noticed. The bad guys' lightsabers, they're colored red.
Hold up.
Kind of a scary, aggressive color. Kind of a mean color. The good guys, the Jedi's colors. They got blue and green. Kind of nice colors.
I would eat blue vitamins, I'll tell you what.
Right. That's good for your muscles and your gross acne. I have a review. Thank you for the Star Wars reviews. This is a review. I didn't even read the name of the website. I just got it from Google. But Latte's Culinaria. Latte's Culinaria. This is a recipe posted by Chef David Latte for yellow mustard.
All right.
It's a mustard recipe. I could read it, but you know where to find it if you really are hankering for a yellow mustard recipe. Like Lee 37683 here. I hope they didn't do that on the threes thing with the Lee on purpose. That kind of made me gag a little bit. First time trying to make it. Definitely learned why you said well ventilated. Hoo boy.
Oh boy.
Onions rarely make my eyes water, but this had me standing outside for a few minutes. Very good. Got a very nice kick to it. The only problem I had is it didn't last long enough. Second time making it now, doubled up. So it will last longer than a few days. 5 stars. It's
almost like if I were to show you a picture of World War II, and the soldiers were throwing some mustard gas, and someone had a gas mask on, you would get the sense that smell of mustard can be very overpowering to the point that it might be lethal.
Right, it might make you go, "Whoo boy!" If you saw that. Quickly, there's a response from the editor here, Karen Zimmerman. I don't know who that is, but they seem to have some sort of authority on this website. They say, Lee 37683, we are thrilled that you enjoyed this so much. Keep those windows open. So yeah, this guy really, really likes mustard, huh?
To go to that length. I mean, my brother sometimes will make homemade sauerkraut.
Sure.
I guess. Or maybe you might pickle your own onions for street tacos, all sorts of things.
That's nice.
Yeah. Maybe make your own barbecue sauce, maybe? Mm-hmm. Your pasta sauce? But mustard, my God. You can get so much good mustard at the store.
Sure, that's so true. It's not expensive, is it?
Maybe if you're using it as much as Lee is using it, I guess try making your own.
Right. It's like soda's cheap, but then you got the people, you bring in 2 carts through the Sam's Club line full of Mountain Dew.
Oh. He's off the gas there.
The mainlining the mustard, dude. I mean, looking at this, I guess I'll send you this mustardy little food artist photo that they took for this recipe. Yeah. Very professional. The texture does look nice.
That looks a little too nice. That's scary.
You put that on a dog, you're almost scared to have the dog.
That'd be pretty. I feel like that's that mustard makes me think it's vinegary, kind of. I don't know. Less than the mustard base,
sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
like it's gonna zing me.
Half cup white distilled vinegar in there.
Yeah. I look at that and I feel it on my tongue as opposed to in my nose.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I want to balance.
You want some snore-snradish effect going on.
Yeah, man. Give me. I want to be grabbed by the knot like I am a mummy and you're pulling my brains out.
You want the mustard to have a little wasabi green boogers in there.
Yeah.
That does sound nice. Some wasabi mustard. Ooh.
Hell yeah, you get that takeout Chinese, they got that spicy yellow mustard.
Oh, that's mustard, bro. I know. I'm looking at David here. I'm looking at the mustard. This is the kind of guy that put that, he's buying the Oscar Mayer hot dogs. He's going to the hot dog restaurant and he's bringing his own mustard. That's what I want to see. He's got this mustard in a little vial in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't stand the craft stuff.
I can't go to sleep if I don't have my own mustard.
Paints a little on his teeth like a little coke head.
Just an oddball to end this. I've got a Google review for the Grand Victoria Casino. I may have brought a review for it before. It's like the boat casino that is in Elgin, Illinois. It's there because you couldn't build a casino on land, but this one's on the river.
Yeah,
so.
People probably love telling that story when they drive past it.
Yeah, like, see that? That's a boat. That's because blah blah blah. This is a review from John Fontana. John writes, "New, clean, but it is a casino for dogs. Bring yours to the poker room. Feed it, water it, pet it, then handle your chips. Bring it to the pizza place when you get a slice. What the heck? 3 stars." And the reason John's feeling that way is because this is the picture.
I'm glad they included the picture. I'm not trained in service animalitude, but correct me if I'm wrong. Service animals need to have little service animal vesties.
Yeah.
When they're out doing their job. Not just so people having establishments can know that's a service animal and you shouldn't bother anyone about that, but also so just other people walking around know that that dog is doing a job and you shouldn't bother it.
So that is a working dog.
This dog is not working. This dog has a dog bed, a dog dish, some dog treats, a whole situation, a whole setup like it's a swim meet and you gotta, make your little picnic area in the gym next to your buddy's little picnic area and eat little granola bars together.
Yeah, this dog, he has been photographed yawning. Which means it's been there for some time.
He better damn well pleased with that setup. He better be there for a minute. You're getting set up that good.
So yeah, I'm on John's boat. No pun intended.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah, if I were like, it's rare that I find myself in a casino, but usually I'm like, oh, this is a fun and exciting place. There's a dog suddenly. That changes.
That's kind of
all the matter.
Especially, I think. In many casinos, it is still, those are the one establishment where it's still very legal to smoke tobacco inside.
A lot of them, yeah.
Yeah, and you can taste it. It is thick with it. I would not want to subject a nice little puppy dog to that at all.
No. No.
People walking around drunk? What? That's in the middle of someone's gonna trip over your dog.
My good luck charm.
I am ashamed that owner does not treat their dog nice, and I don't like it.
What can you say? Elgin, Illinois.
That's the song I play after every Chicago suburb mention. I do not discriminate. Thank you.
They all
listening.
suck, yeah. They all suck.
Yeah, for one reason or another. One pocket of filth. Well, thank you for listening to reviewparty.com. This week, 160.
That's a big number.
That's a big number. I don't got anything kind of witty to say about it, so I'll just say thanks for listening. We got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right, # Tuesday Reviews Day. If you want to send in a funny little review like the ones we read today, you can email us a hyperlink to the review, reviewparty.com@gmail.com. Include your name, because we like to say your name.
We like to say all sorts of things.
And somebody, what you do when in the podcast says your name. Dun, dun.
If you want to reach out and contact us some other means, it's not like as familiar as an email, then you use the anonymity of social media instead.
When you email us, we come to know you.
If you know what we mean.
In a mustard sense.
And if you don't like that spicy mustard, then you can just connect with us on Instagram or TikTok at reviewparty.com or on Twitter at reviewpartypod. Or you can go to our website, reviewparty.com, where you can find all the episodes. You can find every listening platform under the sun. If you're like, Spotify seems to be going in the toilet. I don't know if these are your thoughts, but it's possible you could have that thought. There's also the blog where, hey, you can leave comments like T-Bone the Tech Monster did.
Oh, T-Bone. What up, dog?
Also on the Vine Voice on Amazon. T-Bone writes, yeah, I just became a Vine reviewer as well, and I too am a winded writer. Hey, I like to talk and I like to write, so what? Let's fight. So this is day 2. I can get 3 things a day, no more than $100 each. I'm 100% going for the Gold Vine Reviewer, where we can get up to 8 items with no price limit. Makes me wonder just what is behind the curtain. There's too much at stake in my mind not to do it. So, here we go. Let's waste a solid 6 months of reviewing, trying to find room for all the crap I buy, and here's to mediocre days put into my real work so I can go home and fulfill my fantasy of becoming the greatest reviewer of all time. I told T-Bone to check back in if and when they become gold status and the greatest reviewer of all time. So
absolutely. Good luck, T-Bone. I'm glad our little Vine Voice blog has become a spot for wayward Vine voicers to express their bewilderment with the program.
Right. That could be you two, or you can just insult us or harass us on any of the other blogs. That's fine too.
It's whatever. Not too worried about it. I talk now. Oh yeah, Nosebleeds, bread for breakfast. Don't insult them. They're wonderful. No. Make great music for everybody. You can listen to a lot of it on Spotify. Just search Nosebleeds, one word. I got a finisher. It's a food one. I didn't even know. I didn't even put together that it's all food, but we're eating good. This one is for a fantastic product, probably one of the best deals on Amazon. Ritz Original Crackers and Easy Cheese Cheddar Snack Variety Pack, 1 family size box and 2 cans.
Okay.
That's right. You can one-click purchase a big old 6-stack box of crackers and 2 Easy Cheese Squeeze 'em cans. I think that's America to me.
That is awesome.
Conrad M. Pompanow titles their review Good Times. They write, touchdown, 5 stars.
All right, champ.